What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Venture Off-Road X. I'm Steve and this is Jason. So today we got something in store for you. Jason reached out to Apexi Chassis and got a sweet little deal, man. So tell us a little bit more about it.
So like you said, I reached out to Apex Chassis, used their ambassador form, became an ambassador. Dolly, who takes care of their social media. Yeah. So I spoke with her a little bit and she really helped me out. So what I did here was I got a 2.5 ton polished aluminum steering kit for the Gladiator. So, well, I guess let's unbox it. We'll start off the star washers. This is after it's aligned, you bend over the tabs, nothing moves. Everything will stay tight. Again, the 2-inch drag link, the 2-inch steering stabilizer, or tie rod, the tie rod ends, the drag link ends. Whoops. So other thing I did besides get this, I picked up the Fox Racing stabilizer, ATS stabilizer.
Guys, this thing is pretty sweet. Has your adjustable knobs here so you can adjust.
Adjustable knob here.
Yeah. And it's a through design, so it goes on both ends. Pretty sweet, man.
So with the steering, we cannot use the OEM bracket that comes with it. So in place of that, I went with TMR Customs bar clamp. Thing's pretty nice, billet aluminum, bolts on, and then it has some slip bolts basically. So once those are tightened down, there's no slipping on this tie rod.
We would have went with the Apexi chassis one, but they didn't have any in stock at the time. So we had to get this thing because we got to get it installed because Jason's going on a small off-road adventure here next month. So we want to make sure that he's all set up and ready to roll. That's the reason we had to get it in. So.
Yep. And then they also sell a bolt that replaces this bolt for this kit. So if you do the TMR, again, the nice thing is I like how it's going to be aluminum on aluminum, not a black clamp, and of course not a raw steel clamp. I think that's on there right now. So
it's going to look sweet.
I think it's going to look real nice.
Pretty beefy.
So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and screw these ends on to the bars. Now make sure if you get these, as most people will know, they are reverse threads, so make sure you get it on the right side. So the other thing I want to mention is the Apex ends here. They have the anti-flop built into them. I think it's only a 2-degree anti-flop, so you don't need any anti-flop. I think they're like a nylitron or some type of a plastic spacer put on, which you have to take your rubber boot off. So you let all the dirt and mud and everything in there. And I recently put the 1 ton, which is a 1.5 inch aluminum, on my wife's JK. Stuff's pretty amazing also. So I'll get the final measurements where I'm going to adjust this once I take my OEM tie rod off. So this, my Gladiator only has a 4-inch advanced lift from Rusty's. So I did not require the flip kit, but they offer a flip kit for anything bigger than 4.5, so I think what they said it's going to be. The other thing is when you're ordering these from Apex, choose the correct kit, or it's the same kit but you select if it's basically Rubicon, Mojave and Max tow package, because I believe the arms are going to be slightly longer because of the width. So I'm just going to start it out there. There's a little notch in their threads. I'm just going to start it there until I get the OEM one off, and then we'll make adjustments once it's on the vehicle. All right, so I guess the next thing we're going to go ahead and do is just get the vehicle up on jack stands. One thing, as y'all probably seen me mess up, I forgot to put the star washers on. I was so excited. So anyway, not only the star washers, but also make sure you put an anti-seize on here, which will also act as an anti-corrosive material, because you are using two different materials and we'll have that corrosion between two different materials. So that will help from that corrosion. Now we're getting on the give it a little wiggle. Pretty solid. All right, so the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and take the stabilizer off, get that out of the way. 18 millimeter, guys, takes this off. All right, so this stabilizer here will be going on my wife's JK now. It's nice. It's a nice stabilizer and all. It's been beat up a little bit on the trails. No dents, but it's not adjustable, so I had to have adjustable. First thing I'm going to do is go ahead and measure, just that way I have a good point. I'm going to measure the tie rod also, but I also want to measure where I'm at here. So inside rotor, 63.5. So when I set the new one up, I'm going to try to get around 63.5, but I will have to get an alignment just to make sure that it's perfect. So, yep. And see, that came off real easy. Yep, going to the junkyard. All right, so I didn't record it, but I had to beat this with the that little fork, so I got it. It doesn't matter if I ruin that rubber, I'm not reusing that ever. All right, here's another one for the junkyard right here. Okay, so I measured out my stock tie rod, measured out about 60 3/4 center to center. But I'm going to go ahead and start there, and then of course I already measured center to center on the inside to inside of the rotors at 63.5. That's where I want to actually set that at to start with. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and torque that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and torque this. It's 110, according to Google, and Google don't lie. There it is, 110. One click. Trust the engineers. Apex recommends 100 foot-pounds torque on these. Both tie rod and drag link. All right, the castle nut lined up, excellent. So that one doesn't line up, so I gotta give it a little more, get the castle nut to where it lines up the hole. There we go, right there. All right, Still got some anti-flop. Yeah, anti-flop, doesn't drop much. So now I'm gonna go ahead and measure between, kind of get that, that estimated 63.5 between rotors. There we go. Are you to the inside?
Yeah.
I'm at 63 right now, so. There it is. It's pretty much 63.5. That's where I started. Of course, still going to be aligned. All right, so what I did here is I removed the stock portion, the part that came on the shock. I had to remove that because I went ahead and put that TMR mount on, and the TMR supplies a whole new bolt. So Loctite that on. So this will fit that 2-inch tie rod. Now I just go down and figure out which side these. I got a thick spacer and a thin spacer. Go down and check that out, see what's going on down there. So, all right, let's go down to the truck. Tight, bud, but that's awful tight. I think it's in now. I'll do this one by hand. Should be able to go something like that. Right there, it's pretty straight. Maybe even down a little further, I don't know. Just want to make sure that the track bar, track bar cannot hit it. Go ahead and measure the shaft, see if it's centered. 4 3/4, it's probably not. 4 inches. 4 1/8 on both sides. So that should be centered. The wheels are pretty straight. Little blue Loctite on these. Gotta keep moving. Gotta keep moving.
All right, guys, so we got everything installed. Well, Jason got everything installed. All I was doing is just assisting and filming in the background along with Tim. Tim's helping us out right now. But everything went kind of smooth.
So it took...
learned a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it took me a little bit to get the ATS, know exactly where to put it so it doesn't hit any of the steering.
Yeah.
And
that thing's tight. So if anybody's installing that Fox ATS,
yeah,
it's tight. It's tight.
But it come out nice. Now I just got to adjust it and go get alignment. And again, another shout out to Apex Chassis for this amazing product.
Yeah, we appreciate it, and we look forward to doing future stuff with you guys.
Right.
We still have ball joints to do. Jason bought the ball joints for his upper and lower on the fronts, and I also got a set as well. So we're gonna get those things installed, and as soon as we get those installed, we'll film those. But guys, this is it. I'll leave all the details and how to get in touch with them and get yours today. But it came out really nice.
Yeah, I can't wait to try it on the trails.
That's it.
So,
but guys, till next time, enjoy your adventure.